And the big homie Mohawk was witnessing it, or was he putting in that work? Living in Acadia National Park, which used to be called Acadia National Dragon Preserve or something like that, but they took out the Dragon Preserve and now it's just called Acadia National Park, Managa. Do you think it's play? I mean, look, man. I mean, you gotta, we all gotta see clearly. You know what I mean? We all gotta see clearly. Love talking about Naga surfing the wave on the IG. We've been having fun, man. We having fun, man. Get up in the drop chat. You get all the drop. Love the Skywalker 47 because he got the drop. Dropping on the Acadian Green Dragon. Yeah, is it Acadia? Is it the Acadian Empire? This whole connection with Sargon, all this ancient stuff. Are we saying it's a different thing? We're gonna talk about these parallels. So, this Acadian, this Georgia, these events in the Hebrew Bible. So the Hebrew, connection with Acadia is clear, but the connection with Hebrews in America is not. It's more fuzzy, right? We're gonna come back to this. Remember, no one knows where the city of Akkad was located, so we're not going crazy when we investigating, right? They want to keep us over there in Mesopotamia. You don't know where it's located. So why not come to the old world? Why not come to India Superior with that? Why not come to Big Dragon India Superior with that? Acadia. Why not come to La China and, Cathay with that? The land of the Prester. Let's connect this Sargon with this Acadia. Let's connect it with the Acadian Green Dragon. They claim not to know where the Boston Tea Party is, but nah, we digging deep. Bartholomew Gosnold recorded the first dragon. Funny how this map on slide 6 looks exactly like the Acadian Green Dragon's habitat. And look on the map, Acadia. Y'all need to get that con drop. 432 to drop and raise up the Dragon Naga Wisdom. Amaru Khan. Let's check out slide 6, man. First, you got the Green Dragon became the source of pride for early Americans and was often used as a standard. This is the standard. The Green Dragon is the standard. Let's go. During the revolution for strength and independence, Mohawk is representing it, right? Mohawk is witnessing or popping off during this revolutionary war. But they want us to go with the narrative of America versus Britain. These Americans fighting Britain were not Americans. These are hijacks on the shores of the Amaru. And whoever they're calling British weren't looking like that either. A lot of them were connected through the tribes with the Kumse and the tribes in Russia and all the Israelite tribes that were still in Scotland and Israel. You know what I'm saying? They changed the face of all this. These Americans weren't Americans. The Americans weren't the Americans. And these British, that they were afraid of, that they demonized. Oh, the British are coming. The British are coming. They were afraid of the alliances that the Kumse was making on their, hijack head bones. And these other tribes, Indian tribes, they were making alliances, with these hijacks that just wanted everything. They were making hijacks, friends. They were making friends out of hijacks. They were showing them the way. They were giving them the secrets. They were showing them how to slay the dragon. Bunker Hill overlooking Boston had at one time been the site of a dragon lair. Benjamin Franklin proposed that the green dragon become the national emblem, but it lost out to the bald eagle. We read something about Push Mataha being called the eagle, and Tecumseh's name means dragon, shooting star. They say, right? We're gonna talk meteors. We're gonna talk meteors. So you got a dragon versus eagle situation, you know what I mean? And here goes this eagle, you know, winning over the dragon as the standard all of a sudden. The first recorded account of a green dragon was in 1602 when English explorer Bartholomew Gosnold, while mapping New England, reported seeing a large dragon species inhabiting many of the harbors. It is understood that dragons had lived for millennia, thousands of years at least, along the New England coastline of North America, ranging as far north as Newfoundland and as far south as the Hudson River Valley. Yeah, connected Boston Tea Party with the Green Dragon Tavern. Let's go. And this might be a little small, but it says Acadian National Dragon Preserve. Like we said, it's called Acadian National Park, right? But here it's called Acadian National Dragon Preserve. ANDP. Here's the stamp. They looking for Phineas. In 1978, a new dragon enclosure was built for Phineas, and his health and attendance at the park dramatically improved. Today, Phineas is the only great dragon alive in captivity in America. So, what happened to Mohawk? How did they slay the dragon? Yeah, the only dragon alive, man. What happened to Mohawk, man? Here's the coastal, habitation throughout Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, all that, man. Then it got pushed to the purple area. And now Phoenix is the last great American dragon. And he was put into this circus with P.T. Barnum. And they burned up, all his sisters and brothers. They burned up a bunch of baby dragons. And a big report came out and said a bunch of whales were boiled alive. And we said, well, where's Acadia, man? Because it's right here on the map. But I thought, boss, they're telling us that no one knows where the city of Acadia is located. Acadia. Canada, Virginia, it's right here in America, right with the, Acadian green dragon habitat. And Bartholomew put them on a map. This is Bartholomew's Cosmos map. Love the Skywalker. This is great drop, man. Body bag. This is not play. Oh, this is just out of a, dragon species book. Nah, man. This is cartography, man. Substantiating recon. We got the map from Bartholomew with Acadia on it at the same place as this Acadian green dragon habitat. Acadia National Dragon Preserve. And what's up with the big homie Mohawk living in Acadia National Park now in Maine? Mohawk bore witness to the slaughter of most of his kin. Damn. During the days of whaling. Well, whales got boiled alive by P.T. Barnum and them. Is that what we saying? Told y'all we'd be back in this Phineas flow, man. Whales got boiled alive. Today, Phineas is the only great dragon alive in captivity in America, the home for the Acadia National Dragon Preserve, a large stretch of coastal land protected for the Acadian green dragon to use as nesting grounds. From New York City, we traveled to Boston and then to Mount Desert Island, where we will spend a couple of weeks traveling with Captain Avery Winslow of the Slope Wind Dragon, something like that. He will be our guide while we study and draw the dragons of this region. So he's just going around making sketches. They around here making covenants. Where's Acadia? I mean, it was a great empire, right? It wouldn't just be in one little place. After the fall of the Akkadian Empire, the people of Mesopotamia eventually coalesced into two major Akkadian speaking nations, Assyria in the north and Babylonia in the south.